I have tried to film this video several times now. Filming is hard. Still feels a little unnatural to me, so just bear with me while I get used to it. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chelseyalegria. I am 31 years old and I live in Alabama with my husband and our 3 cats. There's a picture of him right up here. Look at this. Can you just not even, like, look how cute of a human being this is. In fact, this picture was taken on my iPhone by my sister. So I can't promise that my cats are not gonna come to the door and insist to be let in, but we're safe for now. So I'll show you my cats at some point. I know there's gotta be some of you out there who are cat lovers too. The one thing they love is just to be in the middle of literally everything I'm doing at all times. I'm surprised they're not banging the door down right now. I keep starting this video and it's like turning out more informal than I want it to be because I have to write out scripts or I will get off on a tangent. I don't want to just read the script because so I have been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a really long time. It takes a lot of courage to do a YouTube channel. Like, the people who have their videos out, I'm like, how do you do this? Obviously, I would never be rude or mean to anyone in a comment section, but like, obviously there are people who are, and that's really scary. That's really scary, especially when you're talking about something that's like somewhat controversial. I have plans to do this channel and then also another channel that's like more lifestyle, cozy type. I have wanted to start one for a really long time, so I thought might as well go ahead and do it. I'm envisioning this channel being a place where we can talk about our experiences after leaving religion and or deconstructing some amount of harmful religious beliefs. I want to add in a caveat before I put any other videos out. If you're a Christian, you're still welcome here. I would love to have, you know, the perspective of people who have deconstructed some of their faith, but maybe have still ended up in a place where they identify as a Christian. I don't want there to be any people being meanies in the comments or people trying to convert other people. I think the problem comes when your religion or your religious beliefs are justifying you causing harm to other people. That's a problem. Harm to others should never be justified by anything. That's why a lot of us have issues with religion and why we genuinely cannot be part of it anymore. We want this to feel safe, and people don't feel safe when they feel pressured. So keep that in mind. If you do that, I'll just politely ask you to not comment. But you're welcome to watch. I want this to be a safe space for us to talk about our experiences and to have good conversation about what it looks like to live post Christianity, if that's what your life looks like right now. So yeah, safe place, open to whoever is willing to come here and be friendly. Okay. The most important reason why I wanted to start this channel is because I have had some pretty rough experiences with religion myself. And one of the ways that I was able to just kind of heal from those things was by talking about my experiences and finding people who can relate to what I experienced. A lot of times religion can strip you of your autonomy and your ability to advocate for yourself or to just think clearly or critically and know what you want or how you feel. And that essentially removes your ability to speak for yourself. So many of us are regaining our voices post-Christianity, and I really want this channel to be a place that facilitates that and providing a platform for you guys to have your experiences kind of put out there. You can always send me your stories anonymously and then no one will ever know who you are, but you'll be able to talk about what you're going through. I think it can be really hard for those of us who have been a part of high control religious groups in the past and since left them. A lot of times it can be really hard to communicate the reasons why you decided to leave and how hard of a decision it is to make to leave a place that was the only community that you had. A lot of times you have to just completely start over and rebuild your life from almost scratch, and that is devastating. To take it from someone who has been through that, it's not easy. And I know it can be really hard for those of us who have left to talk about why we left and that be taken seriously. I think people who are still in Christianity oftentimes don't listen well to the reasons why we're leaving. And I think that's just because to accept those reasons is a really scary thing. And I understand that, but at the same time, it doesn't leave you feeling very good when the people you're closest to can't understand or won't take the time to try to understand why you feel the need to make this big change in your life. And that's another reason I wanted to make this channel, so that you can have the opportunity to say, this is what's going on with me, and this is why I'm leaving, and this is important. All of your reasons are valid. Every single one of them. You have the ability to decide and choose what's best for you. And if that means leaving the faith that you've been a part of your whole life, then that's okay. And I think the people who love you no matter what and stand by your side are the people who are going to be most important in the long run. Because of my specific unique upbringing, I think I maybe have some insight that could be helpful as far as like different denominations within Christianity go. I grew up Southern Baptist. I was like deep in the fundy world for a little while. I eventually existed in a more non-denominational evangelical space before leaving the faith altogether. My next video is I'm gonna try to recap a little bit of my story and kind of give you my reasons for deconstructing and what that process looked like for me. I say I'm gonna try because I, again, tend to be long-winded and I don't want, I'm gonna have to find a way to make it a short video is what I'm trying to say. Some of you already know that I'm asking for people to send in their stories about their not so good experiences with religion and why they left. Thank you so much to those of you who have sent me your stories already. I literally can't even believe that anyone has yet, but some of you have, and I really appreciate it. And I want to make videos in the future talking about those stories and kind of reading them and just letting everyone kind of just know what you went through and what you experienced. And again, if you want to be anonymous, because it's completely fine. You do not have to like tell everyone who you are. If you're watching this and you have a story that you want to tell, send it in. I'm trying to keep them more focused on reasons why you left the church because there's so much that we could talk about, and I have to keep the videos like some kind of a range of like not that big. Try to keep it along those lines, and then maybe in the future we'll do different topics and we can just be specific so that we're kind of highlighting the details of your story, but it doesn't take 3 hours to tell. When we talk about leaving the church, I think a lot of people don't talk about the parts that are really cool. For example, I have been a Swiftie since I was like 15 years old, and for a really long time I kind of just pushed that part of myself down because I believed that to be a woman who is okay with feeling all of those feelings and singing about them and not being ashamed of them was not a good thing. When I started to break down my beliefs that were misogynistic, it left room for me to be proud of being a Swiftie and to not be ashamed of that anymore. So I think that leaving can also open the door for a lot of really good things to happen. And I want to talk about those too, because I think that a lot of us are out here thriving. That deserves to be talked about as well. For those of you who are out there actively going through a deconstruction process, or maybe you know someone who is, or are having a really hard time because your friends and family are having a hard time with the things that you're going through, we get you. A lot of us have been through similar experiences and it is really hard. Just know that you're not alone. There's a lot of us out here. If you can, surround yourself with people who love you no matter what and who support you no matter what. Not necessarily people who only agree with your newfound beliefs, but people who love and support you no matter what you believe or what they believe. That's the important part. Also, therapy can help. I didn't go to therapy when I first deconstructed. I started going about 2 years ago. It helps like break down a lot of those internalized beliefs about the world that are hard to get rid of once you leave. My therapist is great, so if you don't jive with your therapist, then find a new one. Yeah, I think that can be a really helpful tool. Okay guys, I think that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching the very first one. I tried to keep it short because I literally can talk for hours, and I know that that might be hard to sit and listen to. But some of these videos are going to be kind of long, and that's okay. Like I said, if you have any stories that you want to send in so that I can make videos on them, there will be instructions in the description about how to send those stories over to me. So I'm going to go start filming the video where I talk about my story. I'm so nervous because how am I going to make that like a short video? It's probably going to have to be in multiple parts. Thanks for watching. If you sent me your stories already, thank you so much for sending them. I'm excited to chat with you guys in the future. For now, I will talk to you later. Hope you guys have a good, happy, safe rest of your day or evening, and I'll see you next time.